Mtazamaji, ukosefu wa ajira miongoni mwa vijana humu nchini umekuwa msumari moto kwenye kidonda, ila hili halijawakatisha tamaa baadhi ya vijana wenye wito wa kutimiza ndoto zao. Macharia kutoka Kiamumbi, kaunti ya Kiambu, amezamia ubunifu wa kutengeneza bidhaa kwa kutumia ngozi ya ng'ombe ili kujikimu kimaisha, biashara aliyoanza kama talanta na mapenzi yake kwa bidhaa za ngozi. Basi Macharia amezamia utengenezaji bidhaa kama vile vipochi, begi, viatu na mishipi kwa kutumia ngozi ya ng'ombe. Nilipata fursa ya kufanya mahojiano naye kuhusu safari yake hii baada ya kutembelea karakana yake ndogo kijijini Kiamumbi.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Macharia. I am an architecture student. I'm also a leather craftsman. I've been doing this for the past 3 years. I'm the founder of JM Handmade. JM Handmade is a brand that makes handmade leather goods focused on craftsmanship, and by that precision, accuracy, and creating beautiful objects that can serve the owners for a very, very long time. So I learned my leatherwork from a course in England, and the idea is to bring that to Kenya, to bring such kinds of premium craftsmanship to Kenya. We've been here for around 2 years. Right now I have 1 employee, but when we started, it was just me with a small stool learning leatherwork. So over time, I have perfected the craft, and I've been able and I've had the privilege to teach others. So when I started, it was purely through YouTube, Pinterest. It started as a hobby. So I'm very interested in gentleman's style. Specifically, I started with suits. I got interested in the way you dress. So eventually, I found myself in shoes, handmade shoes from countries like France and England. And those shoes cost upwards of 50,000 shillings for a very good quality pair of shoe. So once that really intrigued me to learn how they're made, why do they cost so much compared to you can still get a shoe for around 7,000 shillings. But then I wanted to know what quality or what difference in quality those shoes have. Once I learned about shoes, I had become very passionate about the construction techniques, the different grades of leather. So from that, I learned that I actually knew quite a bit about now leatherwork. My dad bought me my first toolkit when now that was in campus. I was studying architecture in UN. So I started it as a hobby, but pretty soon I realized that I was very much passionate about leatherwork itself and professional leatherwork. So I upgraded. I got another tool, still from my dad. And now when coronavirus, the pandemic hit, that was 2020. And that's when I really got into this full time, because we took a break from school. And in architecture, I really didn't have that much time to coordinate the two. So as soon as the virus hit, then that first week I can remember I was on my sister's balcony. I just had a small stool and a table. So from that, we've been growing, upgrading our tools, upgrading our materials. And now 2 years down the line, we have a new workshop. We just moved here this year. I realized at a very early age that I'm kind of wired for business, or I would say it's something that really gets me excited. I like learning about business, marketing, all that. So even as I was getting into school, I knew that, yes, I'm here to do architecture, but I really don't want to, after I'm done, I really want to start my own business. And so when I found leatherwork, I saw an untapped opportunity in Kenya, which is now professional craftsmanship. We do a different kind of leatherwork. Everything is handmade, hand stitching, hand dyeing, hand cutting. And there's a reason to do that, because you want to perfect each and every detail. We look for the kind of customer who sees value in what we do. So our main customer is right now men, and women. When we started, it was about the men, but after some time, we saw an opportunity with the women as well. Our items are much more expensive than standard items because they're made much more differently. Right now, we are starting to market outside because for the past 2 years, our main focus has been within Nairobi. We've had clients from Iran, we had a client from Iran, also from East Africa, Rwanda, Uganda,